Panther Nation podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Talk, let's chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible, make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast, and we poppin', let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking, Panther Nation? It is your boy Rashad, one half of PNP, and all you're going to get today is a half of PNP because Dave is out here on a cruise, enjoying life. Much needed break for your boy Dave, so salute to Dave. Enjoy yourself. Don't be watching the show. We ain't going nowhere. We got you, bro. So hold it down on that cruise. Enjoy yourself. But so it'll be me by myself today. All good. I got it. I'm gonna hold it down. I do not like podding by myself, but it is what it is. We're gonna get through it. Maybe a short one. I don't know. But we're gonna go through some of the stuff that's happened since the last show. We're gonna go over the cap. We're gonna go over a lot of good things. This is a bunch of stuff that I like to pod about. I enjoy podding about the salary cap. I enjoyed this part of the season, so I'm going to be in my bag. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. So let's make it happen. But, thank you for asking about my weekend before we get into it. Weekend was great, chilling, cooling. I don't know who turned the AC on in North Carolina, but it's cold outside, and I need to get the heat back. The heat got to come back, brother. We need the heat back in North Carolina. It's cold as I don't know what outside, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Don't like it one bit. Let's definitely bring back the heat. Get a little taste of it. Every time we get a little taste of it, cold come right back. So we definitely need to get the heat back on, or at least warm. I'm a spring type of guy. I like the spring and the fall. Those are kind of my two favorite seasons. So we need the heat back. But anyway. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments, all that good stuff, man. We are now past 25,000 subscribers, on the road to 30,000 subscribers. So we need to hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, we appreciate your viewing and lock in with your boys, lock in with PNP. Good things are happening over here, and we couldn't do it without each and every one of you. So hit that subscribe button and help your boys out. Help us get to 23,000 subscribers, or 30,000 subscribers. My bad. 30,000 subscribers. All right, let me change some things up here, and then we'll get right into the proceedings. All right. Share my screen. There we go. All right. So y'all know what time it is. Stay on the prowl. All that good stuff. And go over to GameChanger.la. Use the promo code PNP10 when you do. I got to make sure they get some good shirts drawn up. We got Devin Lloyd in the building. We got Jaelan Phillips in the building. Might be time to get some new shirts made. So we'll see what happens. I'll link up with the good folks over at Game Changer to see what we can do. It's about that time to get some more shirts printed out. But if you don't, you can go get some retro joints. They got Steve Smith, Cam Newton, all the greats. They got pop culture t-shirts as well. Go over there and get you a shirt. GameChanger.la. Appreciate that support. Use that promo code PNP10 when you do. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. A lot of good things happening with the Panthers since last week. We're not going to talk about the signings that happened last week. We already talked about them. Let's talk about some of the new signings. Some of them happened during the show last week. Some of them happened like right after, and some of them happened yesterday. So like it's a lot going on. and a lot of good things are happening. The Panthers, I think overall, the Panthers see an opportunity here in the NFC South, right? I think they see a window and they're going to go for it. I think the Panthers Super Bowl window is officially open. I know that may sound crazy, but these moves that they're making are all logical moves. They all make sense. They're bringing in veteran presence, which I like, and they're not resting on their laurels. It's we can't just assume that Icky's going to come back and be great. We can't just assume, we're gonna sign a great punter because Sam Martin was solid. Like we can't assume anything, and so that's what the Carolina Panthers have done, right? When you talk about, I talk about the big number 63 that's on the slide right there, talking about signing Rasheed Walker. I mean, that is an amazing signing. I think Rasheed Walker thought he was going to go out on the open market and get bigger money, and he didn't. And I think he was waiting. He was waiting. And I don't think that offer ever came. And so he said, hey, look, it's time for us to go to the Panthers. Let's see what the Panthers are talking about. And look, we talked about this. The Panthers have been so bad. And we talk about people not wanting to come to Carolina. And now we're seeing the shift. We are literally seeing the shift. Not only, and I see y'all are absolutely correct in the chat. Y'all talking about Tillis and y'all talking about Dan Morgan. Yes, they are cooking. They're doing a fantastic job. But another part of the equation is the Carolina Panthers doing their part and playing good football and building a good culture. And even David Tepper, like doing this thing. Like I never would have thought in a million years I would be saying that, right? But David Tepper is he learned from his lessons. He learned from his mistakes, excuse me. And the culture's starting to shift here. And people are now wanting to come to Carolina. If you listen to the interviews and these blueprint shorts they're putting out, the team's putting out, and they talk about, yeah, I'm coming to Carolina, I'm coming, and you got the players wanting to recruit, and they're recruiting for you. Like these are all great things, bro. These are amazing things are happening with the Carolina Panthers, and people are wanting to come. You have to want to come to Carolina. The city's great. That's one part of it. The weather's great. That's one part of it. But you have to. People want to be a part of something that's ascending and going in the right direction. And that's what's happening with the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are ascending and going in the right direction. So that's how you're able to go out there and get a guy like Rasheed Walker, who has got a lot of starting experience, right? He's got a ton of experience starting with the Packers, right? And he gives us some flexibility in the event that Icky cannot come back. And guess what? If Icky can't come back and be his former self, you still have a very good starter, a capable starter at left tackle. That's building depth, right? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have a plan A and a plan B and a plan C. And that's what the Carolina Panthers are doing. Because if Icky comes back, that is fantastic. If he doesn't, you got Rasheed Walker. So the train keeps going. And that's what's been missing around here, the depth pieces. So I really, really, really am a fan of the Rasheed Walker signing. To me, I know the Phillips signing and the Lloyd signing were very, those were very good signings. Those were great. There's no denying that. But this signing right here just signals to me that the Panthers are not playing games. They're not playing games. His contract is a max value of $10 million per season. Again, max value. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later when we get to some of these contracts that have been released, and you talk about max value versus what the contract is and versus what the cap hits are. We're going to go through all that. We're going to talk about all those things because there's a big difference. There's a big difference as to why a person gets the full contract value versus why they wouldn't. You know what I mean? So there's layers to it. So we got to make sure that those are accounted for and explained, right? So that's Rasheed Walker. Again, capable guy. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. So let me hit some super chats before I move on and talk about the other guys. Acash says, time for the real question. Is this the greatest free agent period in team history? And no, I would say yes. And to me, yes, it's not even close. I agree. This has to be the greatest free agent period in Carolina history. I've been a Carolina fan since day one, And yes, I have looked at the game differently as an adult versus as a kid. But I don't recall ever there being maybe we go back to like us signing Reggie White, end of his prime. That was a big deal. There were some other signings, that were very big. But as a collective, I don't recall there ever being a period where the Panthers have gone off like this. I just don't. And I could be living in a moment. I could be a prisoner of the moment. Sure. Guilty as charged if that's the case. But I don't recall there ever being a free agent period like this ever in the history of the Carolina Panthers. Dan is on them hot pots. Yeah, I was on them pots. Excuse me. He's on them pots. JW said, just order my custom Panthers jersey. Rico yards 0 to wear in Pittsburgh. Hey, that's crazy. And I'm not going to talk about Rico, but he on the op list. He on the op list. He put himself on the op list before he was officially signed by the Steelers. But yeah, that's funny. Rico yards 0 to wear in Pittsburgh for all the talk you've been talking. That's crazy. That's crazy. A Cash with another super chat says, by the way, Shy, you spoke into existence. Ashawn signing with the Bucks. You added him to the op list. Yes, he's officially added to the op list. I put a tweet out. If y'all are not on X, y'all see that I did put Ashawn Robinson on the op list, and words have power, right? I said that if he goes to another NFC South team, he is going to be on the op list. And yes, Ashawn, we're going to have to square up. It is what it is. Ashawn, when I see you, it is what it is. I'm gonna need some help. Hey, listen, I'm gonna need some help. Like Panther Nation, PNP fans, don't let me square with Ashawn by myself. Now I'm gonna need some help. We're gonna have to jump him. Like we're gonna need multiple people. But yes, he on the op list, bro. He on the op list. You cannot go to the Bucks, of all places, the Bucks, and then talking about I'm over the Panthers now already. Come on, bro. Don't do us like that, bro. We know your weaknesses, and we're gonna take full advantage. Don't play with us. Hey, don't play with us. You was mid anyway. Low key, Bobby Brown was better than you anyway. If you want to be honest, if you want me to be truthful, Bobby Brown was better than you anyway. If you want me to be real, Cam Jackson, I want to see Cam Jackson more than Ashawn. If you want me to keep it a buck, I'm just being honest. Derrick Brown didn't really need you. You know what I mean? Like we good over here. Don't play with us. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was the one that was dominant, not you. Get up out of here, bro. We ain't need you. We ain't need you, Ashawn. You was all talk anyway. We won't forget. Hey, we had your back, but low key you was looking real weak when your boy ran up on. Was it the Niners game? Was it the Niners game when your boy ran up on him? We saw that. Hey, we had your back because you was a Panther. We saw you. We saw you back down. We saw that. Hey. We don't come on now. Stop playing. Stop playing with us, bro. Bills game. There y'all go. Bills. Yeah, we saw that Bills game. Hey, ain't nobody. We didn't want to say nothing because you was on our squad. We didn't want to say nothing then. We didn't want to say nothing, but we saw your weakness, bro. We ain't scared of you, dog. We ain't scared of you. Oh, you a lot of bark. A lot of bark with no bite. A lot of bark with no bite. We don't care about that, bro. Shout out to Bobby Brown, the real MVP. You know what I mean? We good over here. Anyway, y'all got me on a tangent. My bad, man. Look, that's what happened when you get on the op list, bro. Rico, too. Rico, you was let me give Rico his smoke, too, because you was mid-low. You had a couple of good games, and then, we got mid-season, and everybody knew what you was going to do. And then you want to throw the O-line on the bus and throw the play calling on the bus. Hey, the play calling wasn't an issue when you was running up 250. It wasn't an issue then. Then you started running to you couldn't find the whole pause. You know what I mean. You couldn't find the gap nowhere. Talking about can't nobody block. And well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna I almost went too far. I called myself. Let me chill out. But we look, it's always a Chuba backfield. And we want Jonathan Brooks back anyway. You know Jonathan Brooks. You ain't nowhere near Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, you had a nice little 1,000-yard season with the Cowboys. That was cute. Yeah, you did your thing with the Panthers. That was cute. But we ain't really need you low key. We only need you because Chuba got hurt. If Chuba got hurt, you would have never saw the field. Low key. No, high key. That's a fact. If Chuba didn't get hurt, you would have never saw the field. That's a fact. And Chuba would have ran for 1,500. That's a fact. That's a fact. And we don't even want you on the squad anyway because you would have took reps from Jonathan Brooks, and we want to see Jonathan Brooks. So peace. Go do your thing. Go enjoy the cold weather up there. We don't want you. It's cool. You up out of here. It's all good. It's all good. But anyway, I digress. Back to the football. John Metchie. Let's start with John Metchie. This is a signing now. Now I know. John Metchie is a guy that had a very good collegiate career with Alabama. He was Bryce Young's one of Bryce Young's favorite targets with Alabama. He was great. He was great with Alabama. Fantastic. Got to the NFL. Drafted in the second round. Then it ended up with the CFL, bro, for a little stint. You know what I mean? Like, bro, listen. Let's not overhype this, bro. Let's not overhype this. Let's not overhype the John Metchie. I saw it on Twitter. Everybody was going crazy. I like Metchie, and I'm glad that he was reunited with Bryce Young. That's fantastic. Could there be another spark? Maybe. Maybe there could be. Maybe there could be another spark. You know what I mean? But let's not, okay, he had cancer. Okay, my bad. I forgot he had cancer. My bad. But let's not act like, let's not put too much on Metchie. Let's not put too much on Metchie. You know what I mean? I think it's a very, very, very low risk, potentially high reward signing. And I like it. I like the signing. Don't get me wrong. I love it because guess what? Maybe it was a change of scenery. Maybe him reconnecting with Bryce Young could reinvigorate some things, right? The chemistry is going to be there. They know. So I say all that to say things could potentially get better here. They could. Absolutely. But what I'm seeing online is everybody banking on it. And that's not what needs to happen. That's what not let him be. And again, shout out to Tyler. He says he looks solid with the Jets as a third or fourth guy. That's what we want him to be. A solid third or fourth guy. We don't need him. We don't need him to be out there calling them a XL replacement just yet. Let's relax. Let's pump the brakes. Let's relax just a little bit. Let's not go overboard. Let's see how he battles back. Okay. So yeah, just tracking his career a little bit. He was selected by the Houston Texans in the second round, and then he got, again, y'all talked about it. He sit out his rookie season after being diagnosed with leukemia. After receiving that diagnosis, he was cleared to attend training camp. He played his first NFL career game in week 2 against the Indianapolis Colts, where he had 16 receptions for 158 yards. At the end of the 2024 season, he was named the Texans recipient for there was a Courage Award for overcoming his leukemia diagnosis. So very, very good stuff there. Then in 2025, he was picked up by the Eagles, and he made 7 appearances for the Eagles, and he had 4 receptions for 18 scoreless yards. Why do they have to put scoreless yards like that? Just say 18 yards. Y'all ain't have to do that. Y'all ain't have to do that to my man. But and then in the same year, 2025, he was sent again to the New York Jets in exchange for Michael Carter and a 7th round pick. He finished the 2025 season with 33 receptions for 274 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then obviously now he signed a 1-year deal with the Carolina Panthers, where he can hope to reinvigorate his career. And again, I'm not banking on it, but I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, who I think, again, I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, who I think, again, I'm not banking on it, but I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, who I think, again, I'm not banking on it, but I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, who I think, again, I'm not banking on it, but I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, who I think, again, I'm not banking on it, but I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, who I think, again, I'm not banking on it, but I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, who I think, again, I'm not banking on it, but I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, who I think, again, I'm not banking on it, but I think it's a very low risk, high reward signing for the Carolina Panthers, still do need to get a little deeper in the wide receiver room, right? You got a nice little group. You got a good 1-2 with T Mac Coker. You still got some guys in the wings, like Bryce and Tremaine. You got Jimmy Horn the third. You still Jimmy Horn Jr. Excuse me. You still got a lot of guys that put a lot of potential. So maybe Metchie can find his way on the roster, or maybe he's just a camp body. And that's what we need to prepare ourselves for, because I don't want people to be like, oh, yeah, he's going to be great. They go back and look at that Bama film. And that's all we saw, right? When the signing happened, all we saw was Bryce Young and Metchie all over X and YouTube, which is great. Which is great. But at the same time, again, we got to see him get back to that. But anyway, that's my thoughts on Metchie. Stone Forsythe, again, I'm glad we signed Rasheed Walker. let's put it that way. I'm glad we signed Rasheed Walker, because if Stone Forsythe was going to be the guy we're going into the season with, I was going to be highly upset. And I know that signing occurred during the show last week, but I want to, did some more research, kind of got to it. So yeah, Stone is not the guy we necessarily want to rely on. You know what I mean? And I gotta give a quick shout out. I didn't get a chance to add a slide, and the reason I didn't get a chance to add a slide to the show. But the reason why Stone Forsythe was signed is because Yosh Nijman did in fact decide to retire. Right, so we should have known that something like that was going to happen when Stone Forsythe was signed, because obviously Yosh is more than capable. He knows the system. He played relatively well at the right tackle, left some to be desired at left, but at right tackle, he was solid. But as soon as Stone Forsythe was signed, that should have signaled off that, hey, something's wrong with Yosh. So I really want to take a quick second. Kudos to Yosh. He had a decent career. Again, that NFL career is a short career. Guys, them dudes got to make sure they save that bread, put something to the side. But yeah, shout out to Yosh, man. Go out on your terms. Don't let the game retire you. So congratulations to Yosh for his retirement, and kudos to him. Kudos to Yosh for going out on his own terms and going out the right way. So shout out to Yosh, man. Salute to Yosh. Thank you for your contribution to the Carolina Panthers, because you did a good job last year. Everybody wanted, as soon as Stone Forsythe was signed, everybody immediately wanted Yosh. And I saw some of y'all kicking Yosh back in. And then when we signed Stone Forsythe, everybody want Yosh back. Yeah, I mean, like I ain't like that. Some of y'all it was a lot of fake love out there for Yosh when he announced his retirement. Yosh was always a decent, capable swing tackle for the Carolina Panthers, and nobody gave him the love. But anyway, I'm here to give the love. Salute to Yosh. All right, but Stone Forsythe, hopefully we don't see him on the field, because the way his low lights look, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. Hopefully he can turn the corner here in Carolina, maybe reinvigorate some things, but it ain't pretty. His grades, they ain't pretty. None of it is pretty. None of it's pretty for Stone. But hopefully, again, things can be turned around. Maybe we got some good coaching here. We got some really good offensive line coaches. Maybe we can get the best out of him. Maybe we can get the best out of Stone Forsythe. Someone said he was looking like a pebble out there. To the Pebble Forsythe. That ain't my joke. That ain't my joke. Somebody else said that. All right. Then we signed a couple of our old friends. Nick Scott. So y'all favorite safety was re-signed. Nick Scott, y'all favorite safety was re-signed again. Do I think we should go into the season with Nick Scott as our starter at free safety? Absolutely not. But I do think this gives us some solid depth. Nick Scott should be a solid depth piece. Depth. We don't want Nick Scott playing. We want him as depth. If somebody goes down, he's got more than enough experience to step right on in there and pick up the pace. So he's good. He's good there. But I think we can do better than Nick Scott. In the draft, I don't know if we can do better in the open market. I'm not sure who else is available. But we can draft somebody better than this guy. Okay. Yeah, Stone Fold is crazy. I saw that on Twitter. Stone Fold is wild. Stone Fold is wild, man. It's crazy. Claudia Shell, this is another linebacker that was brought back. Tight end James Mitchell was brought back, and also punter Sam Martin. I was hoping we would bring back Sam. I like Sam. He got a nice little check too. I think his deal was like a 2-year, was it 5 million or something like that? Kudos to Sam Martin. Got a nice little check. Got a nice little check from the Carolina Panthers. And again, I thought he was a very solid punter when it came to, pinning teams back. When it came to field position, and pinning teams back inside the 10, inside the 20, he did a great job. Fantastic job. Y'all told me special teams matter, and then because we had the greatest punter of all time a couple years ago. Well, we off that now, and Sam Martin is that dude. So I'm kind of glad we got Sam Martin, but I'm not gonna waste too much time on a punter. But yeah, Sam Martin, happy to have you back, brother. Happy to have you back. Let's keep it moving. All right, let's talk a little bit about this Metchie. And again, I kind of went through it already. But couple things with John. I think the chemistry is all there. He's got a solid route runner. He got the deep. Again, when you talk about the vertical game, that's where Bryce Young excels. Excuse me. I love it. I think this has the potential to be a big boom signing, or he could just be a camp body. We'll see what happens. Again, we talked about the leukemia, missed the season. It's all good. It's a short-term prove-it deal, so it's nothing that we invested too much. We're going to talk about his contract a little bit later too. We're going to break down his contract, but it's not a big deal here. So we got a 1-year deal. It's all good. All right. Rasheed Walker talked about him as well. I don't have the full contract breakdown for Rasheed Walker just yet. I can double check before we get into that portion of the show, but I don't have the full contract breakdown just yet. But he's got a good amount of experience. Started all 18 games, so very good there. And yeah, he's solid. He's solid. I think again with Icky going down and not being available, I think that Rasheed Walker is going to be solid to step right on in there and be ready to go. So we're good. We're good there. And then Stone Forsythe, we don't want to talk about Stone Forsythe. We already talked about it. Somebody called him Stone Fold. Somebody called him Pebble Forsythe. Those aren't my nicknames. Those are other folks' nicknames. So that is what it is there. All right. So who is left? Who is left to be signed? This is re-signed to the Carolina Panthers. Some guys are still out there. Some guys that we have yet to re-sign. So we'll talk about a couple of them. We talked about Yash. Yash retired, abruptly. So again, congratulations to Yash. Brady Christian is still out there. I think he would be great to bring back. I think he's a capable guy that can play all positions on the offensive line. But as we get further and further close to that draft, and these guys are still available, hey, the lesser that money is. But some of these guys could end up making some money in training camp when and if somebody goes down. So, okay. So, oh, my bad. I didn't see that. I didn't see that Wanham signed with the Lions. My bad. So I'll update that. DJ Wanham signed with the Lions. That's a good pickup for them. He knows their rival. So my bad. I did not know that. Did not know that. Good looking. Good looking. But Jake Kieran is still out there, undefeated, never lost with Jake Kieran as a starter. So shout out to Jake Kieran, get him back. He is a guy that can play center, can play guard. I'm ready to move on from Corbett, but Christensen and Kieran definitely want those guys back for sure. Definitely want those guys back. Also, Christian Roseboom is still out there. How you guys feel about Christian Roseboom? Y'all want him back? He won't be the Mike, which is kind of where he was. Now you got Devin Lloyd, the Mike. Maybe you put Christian Roseboom, on the outside and see what he can do. You know what I mean? Maybe because I remember when Trevin Wallace took the mic back over, Christian Roseboom was put back outside. He played better. So maybe he's a better fit as a stronger weak side linebacker than the middle, the mic, the green dot. You know what I mean? So With Devin Lloyd as the green dot, maybe Christian Rose would be better. Damari Mathis is still out there. DeAnthony Bell and Chris Barnes are all guys that are still out there. Boom for depth is what they're saying. Good rotational piece. I agree. Oh, so the safety went back to Seattle. My bad. That's another one I didn't check up on. Good. Y'all are good, man. Y'all are good. Appreciate that. I'll update that so we won't talk about them on the next show. So appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay, so I can't catch everything, man. All right. So with that said, really quick, patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. If y'all don't mind, please sign up to support the channel. Anything helps. But we do appreciate our MVP level Patreon members. We appreciate your contributions. Some of y'all have been around since day one. And so we greatly appreciate y'all, man. Couldn't do the show without y'all. There's a lot of expenses behind the scenes that come out to keep the show going. StreamYard's basically tripled their price. So all of the Patreon money goes to funding this channel. So we greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the franchise folks as well. We greatly appreciate y'all. And also shout out to all the free agents who have signed up for as little as $3 per month. It's again, anything helps to support the channel. And we greatly appreciate y'all. Like I said, anything helps. Anything helps. Last but not least, shout out to Underdog. Salute to Underdog, man. Again, I'm not the biggest, guy with these sports betting and all. That's not me. That's not my game. That's Dave's game. But Dave be making a lot of money off of Underdog. So salute to Underdog Fantasy. Salute. But let me change slides first. Let me change slides before I get into that conversation. Let me do this. Let me just say this. I want to say this, man. Salute to Underdog. But as I stated on Twitter, when the Panthers ascend, everything around the Panthers ascends. I just say this: when the Panthers ascend, everything around the Panthers ascend. So hopefully, in the coming weeks, we will have another major announcement for the show. I can't divulge it right now, but salute to everybody involved. We're working on behind the scenes. Cannot wait to release that news to you all, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But salute to everybody involved with that. Hopefully everything goes well. I don't want to jinx anything, but hopefully everything goes well. But all right, salute to the Panthers too, man. Because listen, when the Panthers do well, the whole world does well. The whole world does well. We greatly appreciate y'all. Yeah, Bryce is not coming on the pod. Nothing. It's nothing like that. PNP confidential. Yes. Yeah. As soon as we can lock it in, I'll do one. As soon as we lock it in, I'll let y'all know. But it's always great when the Panthers are doing great. I'll just say that. It's always great when the Panthers do great. All right. So let's talk about these. These contracts, because this is kind of where this is my game. This is what I love. This is what I love, the contract situations and negotiations and watching the breakdowns of these contracts. When you look at Jaylen Phillips' contract, I don't know, it's a little bit difficult to see, but I want you all to take a look at the 2026 cap hits. The 2026 cap hits, right? So Jaylen Phillips is only on the hook for the Carolina Panthers for $9.9 million in 2026. This contract is backloaded, right? So the cap hits are $32 million in 2027 and $38 million in 2028. There's a potential out if things don't go well with Jaylen Phillips in 2028. But the contract goes through 2029, obviously. And he'll be 30 years old. So his agent was great because guess what? He can re-sign and get another big deal at the age of 30 when guys start to hit their prime, 30, 31. You know what I mean? So this is a great contract structure. I think it is a heavy investment for a guy that has dealt with some injuries in the past. It's a little bit of a risk, but I think it's one that they're willing to take on a guy that's ascending. You know what? I don't know if y'all listen to it, but Jaylen Phillips and his blueprint episodes, and his interviews with the Panthers so far, I like this guy a lot. I didn't know much about him, like coming into the league. Like I didn't know too much, didn't hear too much about it, which is a good thing. We don't hear much about a guy. Sometimes that's good. No news is good news, right? But as I got to know and they started asking questions about his personality and all these things, great things are happening to him. It's a great thing to listen. I think we got a really, really high character, very good leader in the locker room. And I think this is the type of guy that the Carolina Panthers want to build their culture around. Right? This kid is he's got his head on his shoulders, got a lot of good things happening. He said his sister got married, he's about to have a kid, he's got a foundation where he teaches music. I mean, this is a great guy. This is a great guy. This is a great guy. I like the contract structure. It's backloaded, and we're going to talk about the impacts, right? Because I think you can't look at the salary cap in isolation. We can't just look at 2026. You have to look at how 2027, 2028, 2029 looks. So, but definitely, this is a great, well-structured contract. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But for all intents and purposes, this is basically a 3-year deal. This is basically a 3-year deal. Like you can get the out at 2029. Things aren't going well. You can cut them and get away with little to no cap, dead cap. And that's kind of what you want to look at, right? How much dead cap is going to be tied to a contract when you get rid of a guy? And you can basically try to find it out in 2028 if things go south. So it's a 3-year deal for all intents and purposes. 3-year deal. How do you guys feel about the contract structure? Y'all think it's well structured? Do y'all not like it? Is it too much money? What are y'all thinking? What's the chat thinking about Jaylen Phillips and his contract? While y'all respond to that, I want to pull something up here. How do y'all feel about the Jaylen Phillips contract structure? Look at that. I'm just pulling this up. Sorry. And I'm seeing if there's been any more contract details released. Yeah, Rasheed Walker's is still not out yet. So I was checking that out. But basically, if things go bad, I wanted to pull up his dead money. So yeah, if things don't go well and they want to get out of the contract in 2028, basically all they would owe is $8 million, which is not terrible in the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things, it's not bad. So for all intents and purposes, it's a 3-year, $3-year, $80 million deal. Because you're looking at the guaranteed money. A-Cash said, I preferred if it was out after year 2, but I like it. Real quick, let me hit some super chats because I missed 2 of them. My bad. Steve-O says, I've been a fan since day 1, had PSLs for half of the 30 best GM and free agent ever. The Super Bowl window is open. We should be in at least one in the next 2 years. I agree. Can we please get off Sadiq at 19? He's smaller than JT and had less production in college than JT. It would be the biggest waste of a premium pick. Like, share, subscribe, keep pounding. I want to talk about the draft. Yeah, appreciate that super chat, 757 Crash, and shout out to Steve O2 for your super chat. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because we're gonna talk about the draft because I think a lot of y'all had some of y'all was killing my latest mock draft, which is cool. I don't expect to get all love all the time. But yeah. We're gonna talk about it. Let's see. I'm just looking at some of y'all comments about the structure of the contract. I like this one. I'm all for paying for future potential versus paying for old best days of behind performance. Great. I love that. That's exactly what this contract is about. You're paying for future potential, and that's really they're banking on him getting better. He did mention that he wants the sacks to wants to be a double-digit sack guy. He thinks he can be one of the top 5 edge rushers in the league. If that happens, that's going to be great. Not only is it going to be great for him and us as the Panthers individually, it's going to be great for Nick Gordon. It's going to be great for Princely. Those guys that are playing opposite of him. There's going to be great, great, great things. Shout out to Michael. He says Phillips got a bag, but I think that's just free agency considering we were in a bidding war with the Eagles for him. I love the signing though. Dude's a baller. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. He said, yeah, my mock was trash. And look, it is what it is, man. I can't please everybody. But yeah, so this is Jaylen Phillips contract details. Solid contract breakdown. I like it. Not mad at it at all. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. But I liked them. I liked them. Yep, disruption into production. He kept saying that. That's a theme that they use. Turn your disruption into production. I like that. Agreed. So yeah, I love it. Please go. I think all Panthers fans should go and listen to his introductory press conference. I think you'll learn a lot about him. I think you'll like him. I think he's going to be great for that locker room. And I think that's what everybody was saying is like, bro, everywhere he's been, he's kind of been able to just jump right into the locker room and everybody loves him. Right? I think everybody loves this guy. So I think he's going to be a great addition. I can't wait to see what he's going to bring to the table on the field. All right, let's keep it moving. Devin Lloyd. So this is Devin Lloyd contract breakdown. Basically, this is for all intents and purposes is a 2-year deal. You could get out of that contract in 2 years and only have to pay him $5 million. Only have to pay him $5 million. As you can see, the first year of the deal is $6.7 million cap hit. And then after that, it goes up $17 million in 2027 and then $18 million in 2028. But like I said, if things are going bad, you can get out of that deal in 2028. So I love this. Is a great deal structure for him too. Let me hit the super chat real quick. Cash says Phillips remind me of the Zadarius Smith situation when he left Baltimore. Great rotational edge who didn't have big numbers, got a bag, turned into a beast. Hope this turns out to be the same. Agreed. For sure. Yeah, this is a good contract structure. I like it a lot. Again, 2-year deal for all intents and purposes, and we get out of it by only paying him $5 million in 2028 if it goes bad. Again, 31. His agent did him a favor. He can get another deal at the age of 31. Excuse me. A lot of room left. He could be playing his best football at 31 and get another bag. So this is great. This is a great deal structure. What I like about these deals and what nobody's gonna say about it is, and this is my favorite. This is what I love about the deal structure and how things are working. Is that what you're not seeing is voided years, right? We played that game a little bit. We added some voided years onto some guys. It typically happens when we do restructures. They add a voided year at the end. But I think we've done a lot of this work, and we've only had one restructure, y'all. We only restructured one guy, and we've been able to cook like this. Like, let that marinate for it. We've only restructured one guy. There's still room out there. There's still plenty of room out there for us to go out and restructure and get more money available for this year if we want it. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But we've only restructured one guy, and that's Derrick Brown. Those are the types of guys that you want to restructure. That's it. We're doing this without sacrificing like the Saints do. And even the Saints are learning from their past mistakes. The way their contracts are restructured, no more 40 years. Nobody gonna talk about it. Nobody gonna talk about it though. Go look at their recent signings. Ain't no 40 because they know what got them in the hellhole they're in now. So we're not playing the Saints game. We're not doing that. I think we're doing a good job. Brant Tillis is doing an amazing job structuring these contracts and making it fit. Because you have to look in the future. You gotta look down the road. Know what I mean? So let me hit a couple more super chats. Amanda says, "Sure, we're going Falk to put him in Wharton's role. Maybe, maybe." Steve-O says, "I love the players we got, but have zero faith in the DC. I think the DC needed the players that you love. I think that's part of that. I think that's part of the thing. He needed the players the players that you love is what the DC needed to not fully execute. And like I said, there's no more excuses for the DC. There's no more excuses for Evero. He got all the players, bro. You got a good secondary. You got a pass rush. You got linebackers. All excuses have been removed. And this is from a guy that's been defending Evero for quite some time. Rashad, can no longer defend Evero if he goes into the season with the healthy defense, and I can no longer defend him. So I understand your lack of faith in the DC, but the DC needed some talent, and he finally has it. Michael says, credit to Brant Tillis for the masterclass. Agreed. He's done a great job. He's done a fantastic job. Fantastic job. Brant Tillis is a guy, and for those that don't know, Brant Tillis is our capologist. He's the man that's doing all the contracts. Bro, you need a guy like that. The marriage between Dan Morgan and Brant Tillis is the match made in heaven. Because Dan Morgan, while he is the GM, I think he lacks the ability to crunch the numbers. So that's why you need a math guy like Brant Tillis who knows the numbers and can make the puzzle piece fit. This is the type of guy I need. I want him. You make it work. That's exactly what happened. Dickie Davis says it allows us to be repeatedly reload quality players. Agreed. Mike says, I think Evero is similar to Aaron Glenn in Detroit. He needed his playmakers in order to make his defense work. Poor guy now has to work with the Jets. And that's probably what's going to happen to Evero. He's going to get hired by a trash team. I agree. Because I do think while now he has the talent, I do think this is the year that Evero is going to have a top 5, top 7 defense, and he's going to get hired by somebody else. This is the year, and we're going to get our picks. This is the year it's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's also probably part of the reason why they loaded up on talent, right? Hey, maybe we kind of want to get on. We don't want to fire him because we know we can get these cap picks, or excuse me, these draft picks. So we don't want to get rid of him. So we're gonna give him all the talent to execute. We're gonna make sure we have his trainer, the guy he's training, and gonna be the next guy up. We're gonna have him on the roster. We know you're gonna get hired this year because our defense is gonna be great, and then you're out of here. I'm just saying that's probably what's gonna happen. Landon says, I just hope Dan has someone learning under Brant. I hope so too. This is what happens when you start to ascend and you got the right players. The only thing to combat it, the only thing that can combat us losing our guys is a bag. And Tepper has the ultimate bag. Tepper can pay it. So if money is always going to be the thing, Tepper can pay you what you want. And coaches don't have salary caps. And I don't think front office has salary caps. So you can pay these dudes whatever. So I don't think we're going to lose too many guys. If it comes down to money, it's going to come down to position, right? Do I want to upgrade? Do I want a better title? Can I make more? That's really what it's going to boil down to. All right, so this is Devin Lloyd's contract. Let's keep it moving. Kenny Pickett. This is Kenny Pickett's deal. Everybody was all up in arms about him signing a deal, a 1 year, $7-point-something million deal. Well, that's up to $7.5 million deals. So it's up to 7.5, not 7.5. His cap hit is only $4 million. So you got a backup quarterback for $4 million. And listen, these deals you can get out of. If they don't like Kenny Pickett, they can get out of it. I mean, these deals are not the end of the world, right? These last deals that we're going to talk about for these new guys, it's not the end of the world, y'all. Like, let's look at Kenny Pickett's deal real quick. Pull it up so I can see the full thing. But his cap hit is only $4 million. His He's got a base salary of $1.2 million, right? If we were to cut him let's say hypothetically, something were to go down, we cut him, we owe him $4 million and we move on. There's no future impact. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So, no big deal here. No big deal here. So again, I think he might be the backup. I think he's on a prove it deal. I don't know if the Panthers are looking at him like a long-term backup. They certainly didn't give him a deal like one. But we'll see what happens. No big deal here. I'm gonna say I still hate the Kenny Pickett pickup. I get it. I get it. Somebody likes him. Somebody in that building likes him. Somebody in the building likes him. All right. So this is Stone. This is Stone Forsythe's contract. I know y'all gonna hate this one. But this is Stone Forsythe contract. Again, this is a deal that the Carolina Panthers can certainly walk away from in the event he becomes Stone Fold. If he becomes Stone Fold and we don't want it, we walk away. Dead cap is $1 million. That's it. We walk away and the dead cap is $1 million. That's it. We only owe him $1 million. He made a quick meal. That's it. It is what it is. You walk away from it. It's not bad. Not bad at all. It's not bad at all. These are like camp body style contracts. Same applies for Metchie. Same applies for Metchie. These are camp body deals. Strictly camp body deals. You know what I mean? Camp body deals. Say it with me, everybody. Camp body deals. Everybody got it? Camp body deals. All right. Even with Metchie. So if I'm looking at Metchie's contract, if he gets cut, we only owe him $1 million in dead cap. That's it. That's it. $1 million. It's not much in the grand scheme. You know what I mean? So it's all good there. It's all good there. All right. Let's talk about this here. So this is the future of our salary cap, right? Let's talk about this for a second because there are some things I want to point out, right? So what I like about what Brant Tillis did and what Dan Morgan had done, they signed two. Well, if you want to include Sam Martin, they didn't sign many multi-year deals, right? You got Jaelan Phillips, you got Devin Lloyd. After that, there aren't too many multi-year deals in place, right? Everything's a one-year deal. So everything is pushed into 2026, right? 2027 doesn't have a lot to it just yet, right? When you think about 2027, what's not included in this 2027 number is Bryce Young's 5th-year option. So we picked up Bryce Young's 5th-year option, right? I think it was 25 something million. So you got to subtract 25 million from that. If we do some more restructures, you're going to push more money into 2027. So hypothetically, if we restructure Jaycee Horn, I'll just throw Jaycee Horn out there as an example because we can save about 12 million if we decide to restructure Jaycee Horn's contract. If we restructure Jaycee Horn's contract, that's going to push more money in 2027, right? And therefore, you're going to take more money away from 2027. That money's going to go down, 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 and down, right? But the thing that I want to point this out, say it with me. The thing that helps us out is drafting well. If you draft well, then you ain't really worried about 2027 like that because all your players, your contributing players, are going to be on rookie deals, which circles all the way back around to my point about the draft. I said it in my Mock Draft Monday video. A lot of the positions that we have, a lot of the positions are locked up. When you look, bro, there's only probably 2 to 3 positions that if we draft in the first round are going to be day one contributors. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. I'm gonna give you a position, and you tell me if that position is going to be a day one contributor. Let's play a game. If we draft an offensive tackle, will that position be a day one contributor? Yes or no? I just want to I want to know answer that question. Exactly. No. Because you have Rasheed Walker and you're gonna have Icky coming back at some point. You're gonna have Moton. He's not gonna start, right? Let's play some more games. If we draft a edge rusher, if we draft an edge rusher at 19, is that edge rusher going to be a day one starter? Probably not. The only y'all get my point. Y'all get my point. The only position that I think is probably two, and you all are welcome to contribute, right? What positions do you think, if we drafted them high or even drafted them somewhere in the draft at all, could work their way into a starting position? I'll give you safety is one of them. Y'all are saying it. Free safety. I don't even think center because we signed a center. We signed Luke Fortner. So he's got starting experience. A rookie's not gonna outplay Luke Fortner. Wide receiver, definitely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no wide receiver that's gonna work their way into a starting role with the receivers we have. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Inside linebacker? Absolutely not. You just signed Devin Lloyd. You got Trevin Wallace if he stays healthy. Nickel? Maybe. Now we're talking nickel, free safety. I doubt even tight end. Y'all are saying tight end. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. DT? Maybe. So here's my point. Here's my point. Rock with me. Here's my point. I say all that to say, in regard, and this is a full circle moment. I say all that to say here. When you look at the 2027 contract structure and the salary cap, the players that we draft in this particular draft, if barring injury, right? Because again, I agree with you all. This draft is all about depth. This is a completely depth draft. You're not going to see too many day one contributors like last year. You're not going to see a T-Mac blow the doors off and win Rookie of the Year. You're not going to see that next year unless there's an injury. So this is a depth draft. It's a developmental draft. These guys can sit back, learn behind the veterans. And when you see a guy like Rasheed Walker go away, and when you see a guy like Luke Fortner go away, who's probably going to be our starting center, and you have a guy waiting in the wings contributing on a rookie deal, that's one less guy you have to pay in 2027. That gives us cap freedom. You have to draft well. This is how great teams are built. So this is why and when you go back and look at my mock draft Monday and you look at the comments, that's the same energy that's going to be given to the Panthers on draft night, because you're not going to have a lot of splashy day one starters. They're going to be rotational guys. It's going to be depth pieces, and that is okay. That is okay. But you have to draft well. It is critical to the long-term success, because guess what? We can't go into any more spending sprees. We did it this year, but that can't happen every year, because guess what? That's going to get you in cap hell every single year, and you're going to end up like the Saints. So you gotta get the depth. Depth is very, very, very important. That's what this draft is about. So, it all contributes. It all contributes. It all contributes. Okay, because guess what? It's almost like my boy Dickie Davis is he helped me put together the slides. Because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Eventually, you gotta pay this man potentially. If Bryce Young balls out, you gonna have to pay up. You gonna have to pay up. It's gonna happen. We already took his 5th-year option, $25 million in 2027. But after that, we're gonna be on the books. Probably gonna be 40, $45 million a year. So, bro, you gotta start considering it. Shout out to Black Baller Music Group, man. It says, now that's how you pod. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking take alignment and develop them to take Hunt and Lewis and Moulton spot eventually. Yes, you have to get, but these aren't splashy picks. I see people in the chat now. You got to get a day one contributor. You got to get a day one contributor from the first. No, you don't. It would be nice. Yes, it would be great, but you don't have to. You get BPA, and if the BPA is a developmental guy that's going to be great in year 2, then fine. So be it. If y'all don't think Bryce Young deal going to be 40, and that's low. The bar is 50 something. He might do us a favor and take 40. He might do us a favor and take 40. But bro, that's low. That is low, bruh. Steve O said, "You think Bryce take a team friendly deal so we can continue to build like Brady?" I think so. I think that's what type of player Bryce Young is. I really do. I think Bryce Young would take lesser money to build a team. I think he would. That's the type of guy. Bryce Young been getting a bag since he was in high school, bro. But again, you have got, in order to pay a quarterback and in order to sustain long term for the sake of the Carolina Panthers, we have got to draft well. And whether it's a depth piece, it's okay. If it's a guy that comes in, contributes day one, great. That's even better. But if it is a depth piece, we cannot get mad, because guess what? You're gonna need that man in 2027 and 2028 when Bryce Young contract is going through the roof. You're gonna need it. Did I miss a super chat? My bad. Let me go back to railroad. Did I miss it? Oh, my bad. I did. Random comment. CV Pond is 5'9", 170. I know you big on him. That's a risky pick, bro, when he's up against. So I look at Pond. If I want to take Pond, I'm putting Pond in at nickel. He's a dog. Pond he's a dog, bro. You got to go back and don't let the size fool you. Pond is a dog, bro. I'm very big on Pond. I like Pond a lot. I like Pond a lot. Oh man, I missed a couple. Man, let me go back. Sorry guys if I missed you. If Brooks fails, then we flopped on the whole 2024 draft. Yeah, and that's part of the problem. I agree. We need Brooks, bro. We need Brooks. We need Brooks because we spent money on running backs last year. And again, I know y'all don't want to hear this. I know y'all don't like it, but this is a run first team. This is a run first team. This is a run first team. And I think I missed Jay's super chat too. Rams and Eagles don't whiff. Draft well, Dan, and build. Agreed. That's what we need. You have to hit on the draft. It's critical. It's critical. Yeah, Dolphins on a fire still. I did see their joint, man. They put my boy Willis. They set him up for failure, bro. I don't like that. I like Malik too. I like him, but they setting him up to fail, bro. Yeah, you can find talent all across the draft. Coker was an undrafted guy. There can be listen. There can be talent found in every round of the draft. Development is key, right? Development is key, and your scouting matters. Feels like we're trying to build like Seattle. Well, that's where Canales came from. That's where Canales came from. Yeah, I'm excited for Brooks, man. I really want him. I think he changed his number to 25 too. Salute to that. Somebody must be taking 23 or 24, excuse me. Somebody must have asked for 24. I think he changed his number to 25. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the draft. I like what Brant Tillis has done with the salary cap. I think we're in a good position. Again, I think we can free up some money in the short term if we wanted to do that, but we don't have to. A lot of the moves that we've done, we've made without having to do any restructures. Um, if we need to, you can still go out and find a couple dollars from Jaycee Horn's contract. You probably can go out and find some more from who else got a contract we can get some money from. Uh, you probably get some from Robert Hunt if you want to go there. You could probably get some from if you I wouldn't do it, but you could probably get some from Taylor Moton. I wouldn't touch that contract, but because it's nearing the end. But if you want to go out, you could probably get something from Robert Hunt's contract. Let me see how much we can free up from Robert Hunt restructure. About 11 million. So if you restructured Robert Hunt and Jaycee Horn, you can get about 24 million dollars in cap space freed up. I'm not touching Turk. I don't know if Turk's gonna be here long term. You could, but I don't know if I'm touching that one. They might mess around and cut Turk while you playing. Yeah, but again, great job by Brant Tillis. Great job by Dan Morgan. They're doing a fantastic job. Look. Even if I wanted to complain, I can't really find much to complain about in free agency. SC says, how do I become a member of PNP, man? Go over to patreon.com/Panther Nation PC and sign up, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that if you do. And that goes for everybody, man. If you like rocking with the content, supporting the content, go over to patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Steve says, I don't think Turk wants to be here. I don't know. I don't know what makes you think that. But that trip and fall injury last year was crazy. I don't know about that. JP Tay says, got to get that O line costs and age down. Grab two. I agree. Got to find some depth there, and those are picks that nobody's gonna like, and nobody's gonna be a fan of us taking a guard or tackle. Man, y'all like to see splash. Y'all like to see the receivers, the tight ends, the skill players, the cornerbacks. That's what y'all like to see. But y'all hate when we pick up a guard or a tackle. You know what I mean? All right. So with that said, man, I think that's all I got. Man, salute to Dave. Like I said, held it down by myself today, man. Dave is on a cruise. Appreciate all the engagement. Y'all were great today. This wasn't as bad. I don't mind pieing by myself. Y'all did a y'all kept it entertaining. I appreciate that. With that said, man, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments, man. Let me know what other content y'all want to see. Mock Draft Monday was crazy. The feedback on that draft is exactly what you're going to see on draft night because people are not going to like this draft. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, man. I missed a super chat. My bad. Who did I miss? Okay, my bad, Damon. Call me biased, but I want McDonald and Rodriguez. Rodriguez would be great. I like I think if you gave us Rodriguez, Lloyd, and Trevin, that would be a salute. That would be a super problem. So I like that. That'd be great. Got to have depth for sure. Got to have depth. All right, man. With that said, I got to get out of here. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I'll holler at y'all. Maybe later on the week, I might have something else to talk about. I may go live. I don't know, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the Panthers, man. I like what we're doing. So I may give y'all a bonus live at some point, man. But like, subscribe, notification bell, get in the comments. I'm out of here.
Shout out to PNP. It's Rashad and Dave. Keep the vibes up. Ain't nothing serious, we just having fun. We the best podcast. No need to pause. Keep pounding. For years, Superman like Cam. Ice up, sun like spinach at the scoreboard. 0 to 50. No other teams can compete. I know you feel me. Keep pounding. Carolina, go Panthers. Carolina, go Panthers. Carolina, go Panthers. You know we gotta. You know we gotta. Cause it's Carolina, go Panthers.
Peace out, y'all.